I'm really looking forward to getting out there, and like you said, this has gone from 3 races into a full season, so I'm counting my lucky stars. Just absolutely so thankful to be out here racing every weekend.
When we ride on board with you, we get to see what I think is a Ryan Hunter-Reay that is very, very aggressive and yet controlled. How would you characterize the way you attack these road courses?
Well, you have to be careful because you can't make any silly mistakes, right? You get this far into the season, you are points racing to an extent, even though you're not going for the overall championship. So you have to be careful, but at the same time, it's so hard to get a pass done on these road courses. You have to be extremely aggressive.
So where do you pass here? What can you do to try and affect that pass and complete it?
Well, the biggest opportunities will come on cold tires and in and out laps, and trying to get cars as they're coming out of the pits, and as strategies kind of progress, that you can leapfrog a few cars. But down into turn 9 and up into turn 7, and it's all about setting them up, setting them up, setting up. When they make a mistake, you're there to pounce. So it'll be a tough day, trust me. It's a physical racetrack, and everybody's so close. The competition in IndyCar and road courses right now is the best I've ever seen.
Well, good luck to you today, Ron.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Robbie, it reminds me of a quarterback having to go through his progressions and then maybe having to throw to the tight end.
Jack, starting to Ryan Hunter-Reay's left side will be Justin Wilson. Can't get any closer than you. What's it going to be for you out there today to take you to victory?
Well, I think we just got to make sure we have the perfect race. Stay out of trouble at turn 1 and just keep pushing. Save fuel, go long, all the usual kind of things.
The last time we saw you was at Mid-Ohio, a little incident with EJV, so hurt your thumb. How does that affect you? It doesn't look like you have much tape on it.
No, I got a little bit of tape on here. I'm just trying to, support it, stop it from stretching the ligaments any more than need to. But, the biggest thing is in those slow corners, turn 7 and 9 across the curbs, can really jar it around a little bit, so I'll try and coordinate myself through those corners, but it's going to be a tough race. I do not use my thumb, I do use my left arm a lot more this week than I have done before, and I can already feel my left side's tense and tight from all these compressions.
We talk about the racer, we talk about the Racers Association. What's it like being a part of that and being a voice for all of these guys?
Well, it's tough. Everyone's got a different idea, so between Dario and Tony and myself, we're trying to just herd cats, if you like, get people on the right track and understand that we're not going to make the rules. We're just trying to make suggestions and in the right areas that might improve the sport.
Well, the drivers can't hear us talking right now, so I want you to break down this course for me, because you passed, I think, more than anybody last year. Got the Firestone Tire-ific move of the week last year. What's it going to take where on this course to get by people?
Well, you're going to have to look after your tires for a start. This surface really is hard on your tires. You slide around a bit, and that just overheats them, and things degrade. So power down is key to give you the run. The run down into turn 9, the run into turn 11 is the key one. So, you're looking for a good exit on both of those to help set up the pass. But the car's got to be good on the brakes. You really got to stove it in pretty deep.
And Lindy Thaxton, Justin Wilson hoping to put the power down from 7th up to 1st place.
Thank you very much, Robbie. And time now to honor this week's National Guard hometown hero. And as always, Dan Weldon made sure to greet this week's hero. It is Staff Sergeant Jamie Merez. She started serving our country in June 1996 as a motor transport operator in the U.S. Army. She was stationed in the U.S. and Europe, and in 2003, she enlisted in the California Army National Guard. She was deployed to Iraq in 2005. You can see she's the winner of several service ribbons and medals, and that's why Staff Sergeant Jamie Merez is this week's National Guard hometown hero. And speaking of local products, there's J.R. Hildebrand marking his 2nd IZOD IndyCar start. J.R. grew up just down the road from here in Sausalito and will start 19th today for Dreyer and Reinbold Racing. More IndyCar Central on Versus presented by Firestone after this. Welcome back to Infineon Raceway here in Sonoma. About 3 hours south of here is Laguna Seca, and on their way here, KV Racing driver Takuma Sato and owner Jimmy Vassar took the detour to take a drive in the brand new Lotus Evora Cup GT4.
Scoring, just touch the brakes, go downshift, back on the power. A little bit of dust there.
Really enjoyed it. Again, you need smooth braking and turning, and that's the most important part.
Looks pretty cool, huh? Here's where the 3 KV guys are starting today. EJ Vizo 15th, Takuma Sato 17th, and Mario Moraes starting 20th. While we have a moment, it's been a really busy week for news in the IZOD IndyCar Series. First of all, IndyCar has named Tony Kottman project manager of the 2012 equipment package. Tony will oversee the development of technical rules of the new engine and chassis programs. Kottman was vice president of operations for Champ Car from 2005 to 2007. And this past Tuesday at the House of Blues in Dallas, the IZOD IndyCar Series and Texas Motor Speedway announced the Firestone Texas two-step. Twin 114-lap races on the mile-and-a-half oval that will be held back-to-back on June 11th of next year. Both races will be full field with half the number of championship points available in each race. There were 17 double-header races under USAC and CART from 1967 to 1981, with one driver sweeping both races 10 times. With that new Texas format combined with a race in Baltimore, a race in Loudon, it's shaping up to be a pretty interesting season next year. Well, the Firestone Indy Light Series made news of their own today. J.K. Vernay started from pole position again on this 40-lap race. And then Rodrigo Barboza just runs a little bit wide there. You see him go off. And then watch this. Philip Major spins, and right there, he gets into Martin Plowman. J.K. Vernay takes another win here. It finishes with J.K. in first, Charlie Kimball in second, and James Hinchcliffe in third. And you know what? That's the exact same order that they started the race in. Let's update the season points there for you now. J.K. Vernay still leading 71 points ahead of James Hinchcliffe. Charlie Kimball in third, 85 under, and then Martin Plowman in fourth, and Sebastian Saavedra in fifth. Well, the final road course race of the season takes place on this 12-turn, 2.3-mile venue with a lot of elevation change. The 75 laps here take a certain toll on the driver for sure. Jack Arute has more from our IZOD Performance Pit Center.
And Lindy, what I like to call it is, because of that elevation, is what happens to the cars and ergo to the drivers. A little bit earlier, we compiled some of the practice session, and you'll notice that as the cars go down into turn number 1, they begin to compress. You'll see them actually right there begin to bounce. You see right here what's happening is it's not that they've got a soft shock setup. What they have got is they're experiencing what we call compression cornering. Now, if we go to the track map, you'll notice that I've highlighted turn 1, turn 3, and turn 4. Now, according to Justin Wilson and other drivers, turning the steering wheel under normal turning conditions on a lot of the other corners, kind of like turning with about 15-pound barbell in your hands. But when you get into those areas there, exponentially increase it to 60 pounds. Now imagine going 75 laps in those corners, having to turn this way. That's why a lot of drivers like Will Power, like Justin Wilson, have designed a training regime utilizing weights connected to a steering wheel to get them ready for those compression corners. There's no power steering in these cars, Lindy, so they've got to do it with their triceps and their biceps.
2, 1, and time.
That's pretty interesting stuff, Jack. Thank you so much for that. Race time is getting closer. Stick with us. And coming up, we will take you back to last season when a crash here involving Will Power nearly ended his career. In less than a year, he returned to racing, clinched one title, and leads the overall points. Will Power's remarkable story when we return. You're watching IndyCar Central on Versus, presented by Firestone.
Victories, the Aussie Will Power. Elio Castroneves will see the twin checkers. He's the winner of the inaugural running of the Indy Grand Prix of Alabama.
The 36th Toyota Grand Prix of Long Beach is underway.
Here he is in the number 37 machine, Andretti Autosport, back in victory lane in the IZOD IndyCar Series. Team Penske desperately wanted a win at the Glen. It looks like it will be Will Power delivering this afternoon. Elio Castroneves lost control and buries it deep into the tires.
Thomas Scheckter and Alex Tagliani contact.
To pay back, you can go cry.
The twin checkers will wave. Will Power is the winner on the streets of Toronto. Here comes Will Power. He'll dart to the outside, side by side, and what will he make the pass work?
And here comes the 9 of Scott Dixon.
Elio was penalized for blocking.
Holy cow.
I don't do no want to talk to this motherfucker. Right now.
Well, in any case, it is Dixon's